In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
All 16-252, possession of methamphetamine, marijuana, speeding. Morning. Let's see. Okay, ma'am, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Let's see where we're at on this. Looks like you're here for an arraignment.
Should be.
And are you entering pleas of not guilty to these crimes? Allegations of crime?
Yes.
Okay, we'll enter that plea of not guilty. Your case is before Judge Webb. Appear before him on December 9th.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. 8:30, yes.
She also will waive reading.
Okay. Very well.
And service of the warrant also, Judge, if that hasn't been served
and
yet.
served with the
No, I
warrant?
still haven't been read my
I
warrant.
see.
That's why I didn't know I had an arraignment.
Judge, is there a waiver in the file?
Let me see. Well, there's a document that says waiver of right to formal readings.
Then there should be no need for a warrant. That should be a substitute for the warrant since she's here being arraigned. If there's a warrant issued in that case for her arrest, it needs to be quashed.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
State versus Annette Goulet, 16-231. Morning.
Morning.
There she is. Judge, I'd like to, first of all, address the issue of bond in this
Okay.
case. She was out on a bond.
Right.
There was some issues with the supervision from her daughter here in the area. The daughter has to work. Ms. Goulet's sister is here in the courtroom, right back here in the back, Ms. LaRue. She lives in Louisiana, it's about a 6-hour drive. And we would like to have Ms. Goulet placed with her pending trial in this case, and the bondsman has agreed to stay on the bond under those conditions.
Okay.
If the court would approve that, I'm not sure if there were any restrictions on the last bond, because I don't believe.
No, not to my knowledge. Probably just no contact with the victim. Yeah.
Judge, there may be a little bit more to this situation. It's my understanding that under her first bond, she was residing with, I believe, a daughter in Kansas.
It seems like that's right.
And the daughter, I believe, was also either a co-signer or had something to do with the bond that was being set or being posted. The information I have from the sheriff's office is that she was picked up here in Boone County, had traveled here. Now, the information that I have, and the sheriff's office may have to verify this, was that her daughter had contacted law enforcement in Kansas because she had found a suicide note there at the house and wasn't sure where her mom was. And our sheriff's office located her here in Boone County. I don't know exactly where, but she was then taken to our hospital, evaluated, and then in the process of that, apparently there was a bond surrender.
Well, she made bond before appearing in court, as I recall, and the only condition that was no contact with the victim. Was there something that she had to be with the daughter?
I don't believe there was any condition to that effect, Your Honor.
Why is she in jail? I guess that's the question.
Judge, her daughter that she was staying with, because of what I just explained earlier, she couldn't be there with her during the day, surrendered her back to the jail. As my understanding is what happened, surrendered the bond, and the bondsman then put her in custody until we could get something cleared up with. But now she's agreed to stay back on the bond under the condition of her living with Ms. Goulet's sister down in Louisiana.
Judge, but that makes it sound like this was just something as simple as daughter saying, I can't be on your bond any longer, I need to take you back to Arkansas and surrender you, and I don't think that's what's happened in this case. I think we need to speak with the sheriff's office about exactly why she was back in Arkansas at the time that her bond was surrendered.
But there, like the court just explained, there was no restrictions other than no contact with Craig, and I don't believe there's any allegation of that.
And where she was located may have been in very close proximity to where her victim was residing at the time.
You're her daughter, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Maybe she can tell us what. But don't answer this just yet. I'm going to ask you to tell us what happened regarding the bond, but I don't know if she'd say something that might harm your client, but if not, you know. Okay.
I don't think so, Judge.
What happened?
She left my home while we were out of the house, and when I came back, there was a suicide note.
Okay.
So I reported her missing in Kansas.
Uh-huh.
And then as we talked to the policeman there, we started thinking, well, maybe because she's from here, this
Right.
is her home, that she may have come here to do it.
Right.
So that's when I called Boone County and told them all the places to look, the cemetery where my grandparents are, and Ridgeway, which is where my grandparents ran that schoolhouse the whole time I was growing up, and Ridgeway is where they eventually found her. As far as I know, she had no contact with Craig at all.
Okay.
And I revoked her bond because I was scared she might try it again, and I can't watch her all day. I have to work.
Okay, so you contacted the bondsman, told him you didn't want to be on the bond anymore, or co-sign.
Yeah, and we talked. I talked to the bondsman, and I said, take her to the hospital first. Let me try to figure something out, and it just wasn't enough time. So in the means after this, I've been working on it, and what I could come up with is she could stay with her sister, who is retired and has no children. She's not taking her car, and that way this wouldn't happen again.
Judge, the incident in this case occurred, I believe, on Gas Court in Harrison, which is in the direction of Ridgeway.
It is.
So they found her in close proximity to where our victim is staying and where this crime occurred.
Well,
The state's very concerned about that.
I am too, but what do we do? I mean, if the sister will be under order to report immediately to the sheriff's department if Miss Goulet were to leave, and if the bondsman's willing to stay on the bond. I mean, what do we do? I'm just throwing it. I'm not ruling. I'm just throwing that out
I understand. Well, Your Honor, what we're facing here is a situation where, she's charged with criminal attempt to commit capital murder.
That's true.
She just suddenly leaves on her own and comes right back and is found in close proximity to where our victim is staying. And now
Wait a minute,
there's a
Judge.
proposal. There's a proposal that she now resides with another relative in another state. I think the issue here is that we don't have anybody here in place who can really keep a tight watch on her.
Well, I guess I could order an ankle monitor.
That's a great idea.
Of course, that's more expense. But
Judge, first thing, there's nothing that's been filed by the state to revoke her bond, and secondly, Mr. Bradford keeps saying close proximity. Well, if there was actually an allegation that she was in contact with him or was over at the house or anything like that, I think there would be that motion pending before the court. As I recall, or I know about the original bond, as the court has already stated, that what was placed on that bond was to no contact with Craig Goulet, and as far as I know, there hasn't been any contact. Now, the solution that we have come up with, if the court will agree to that, is have her live with her sister about 6 hours away from here. She's not going to have her own transportation, and the condition of the sister reporting, and we can call the sister up here to.
do you know how she got down here? Was
She had her car at my house. I didn't know that it was going to be an issue.
do we know where the car is at now?
It's in the impound, but that's where it's going to stay.
Okay.
We're not picking it up.
Yeah.
Well, you might lose it if you
Where
don't
is the
pick it up.
person that she's purportedly going to be staying
Well, this
with?
lady,
Up here.
let's have the whole family come up. And what's your name?
Brenda LaRue.
Brenda LaRue. And is it correct that you're Annette's sister?
Yes, I am.
Where do you live at?
Rodessa, Louisiana.
Rodessa, Louisiana. Where is that at? What
It's
part of
about-
Louisiana?
It's about 40 miles south of Texarkana. We're right up in the middle of the state where Texas and Arkansas meet.
Okay. Ma'am, could I put you under court order to, if Miss Goulet went to live, if Annette went to live with you, and she left, you would immediately report it to the Boone County Sheriff's Department?
Yes, sir.
And if you didn't do that, you could be held in contempt of court and even incarcerated.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well,
Judge, the state, just under the facts and circumstances, the state's going to still ask for an ankle monitor. I mean, I understand that under this current proposal, she would be residing a distance from here, and I don't have any doubt that her sister's going to do everything that she can to make sure that she complies. But, based on what has happened that brings us here today, and based on what she's accused of, the state still feels an ankle monitor should be ordered.
well, there's a type of device that's less expensive. Let me look into that. But I'm just going to say, Miss LaRue, I'm going to order you to take her to your home in Louisiana, and if she should leave that home, you immediately
Yes, sir.
contact the Boone County Sheriff's Department. I mean, don't wait a minute.
Okay.
She's not to drive a vehicle nor be within a mile of the alleged victim. And don't we have forensic pending in this? Or do we?
Not yet, Your Honor.
It seemed like a good idea.
I think
At
the court
any-
can order it on its own if it feels that it's an issue.
Judge, before we get to that, there were some other things that I need to do But
Okay.
I expect it will be coming, but there's one step before that before I want
Very
to
well.
ask for that.
And this is all dependent on the bondsman being willing to stay on the bond.
And Mr. Campbell's here, Judge. I think he's agreed to it. Is that right, Mr. Campbell?
Yes, sir, we'll stay on.
Okay, that's on.
The sister agrees to sign it, she's gonna have to co-sign.
Okay, if that, all that happens, we'll, but you gotta keep her in there, Mr. Rue. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
A hint of autumn is in the air, and the staff at Sisters Flower and Gift Shop invites you to stop in and browse their selection of new fall and holiday gift ideas. Check out their new line of organic grow kits, including basil, thyme, sage, rosemary, and many more. For you Razorback fans, Sisters has a large assortment of mugs, trays, banners, clothing items, and accessories. From fall and holiday floral arrangements, unique centerpieces, colorful wall decor, or exquisite serving pieces, Sisters has just the right item for any occasion. Sisters Flower and Gift Shop. We are so much more than flowers.
Go ahead, say it. It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. That somebody's me. I'm Bruce Lovins, better known as Little Bruce from the Roof, at your service.
That was over 20 years ago. The hat has changed, but we still provide the same great service. We not only clean chimneys, we do dryer vents, gutters, and handyman jobs.
Little Bruce on the Roof Chimney Services. Call 870-688-3389 and let Bruce come to you. That's Little Bruce on the Roof. Call 870-688-3389.
Call me.
I'm Brittany. I work in the operatory. I assist the doctor and I make our patients as comfortable as possible. I've never worked for anybody that seems to care for her staff like she does and really cares for her patients. The best thing about working here really is seeing people get the smile they've desired for years and seeing the outcome of happy tears and smiles.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Who was called earlier. It's a probation revocation. And
Derek Bates, yes, 10-197, criminal attempt to manufacture methamphetamine.
Judge, that was the issue in this case. They were concerned about payment. Mr. Bates has reported that I think he owes this month. Is that correct?
I haven't seen him this month. I see him on the 14th, and this payment will catch me completely up.
Okay.
So if we want to reset it to the 18th, West, and see if he makes that last payment, get caught up, or what do you want to do?
According to Elizabeth at the probation office, he still owes $105.
Well, I owe him $35. I sent in my last appointment. I took in $75, and he told me that would put me this month over $35.
Okay.
I see him on the 14th. He's going to put in a transfer to Carroll County, where I'm living now. But
I don't know if you can get in, but when you leave here, it would be good if you went over there and just tried to, once brought, finalize what you owe.
Yes, sir.
You know, figure out what you owe so you can come up with it and get this off your back.
Yes, sir.
Well, Judge, if we can set him for a report on the 18th, I'll toll the time.
That'd be fine.
60 days.
60 days waived. Okay, 15-143, Misty Hendrickson, theft by receiving, and other charges.
Judge, from speaking with the probation office, Ms. Hendrickson did report on November 2nd. Does still owe on her supervision fees. I believe she was given an option of maybe trying to convert that to community service. And if she is doing community service, she just needs to turn in her hours. And if we could reset this one back for the 18th, if she gets all that taken care of, the state will be in a position to dismiss the petition.
Okay, I don't see it in here, but I assume you have one.
Yes, sir.
It's just not made to the file. You want to come back on the 18th?
That would be the state's proposal, if the defense is agreeable with that.
That's fine, Judge. We'll waive the 60 days.
Okay, November 18th, 9:30.
Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
You're at the party, having a great time. Your kids are on the dance floor, shaking it for all they're worth. Then you hear it. That word that even your children know better than to use. Yeah, that word. So you think, doesn't the DJ know better? Man, my kids heard that. I'm Matt Duncan. I own and operate Artistry Entertainment DJ service. I'm also a daddy. We never play questionable lyrics when kids are present. Ever. ArtistryEntertainment.rocks. Yes, we get paid to party. And we take it seriously.
There's no gift like the present, and there's no present like one gift wrapped with a shiny Shelby sticker. Did you know that Harrison is home to one of the largest gift boutiques in Arkansas? That's right. For the past 39 years, Shelby's has been the 7,500 square foot home to trendy, affordable, and unique gifts. From the kitchen to the crib, we have it all. Come by the store and let the Shelby's gals personally help you find the perfect gift and wrap it up for anyone on your list. Join us November the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th for our annual holiday open house and enjoy 20% off. Shop local, shop Shelby's.
Rachel Maxine Clayton.
Judge, you're here for the purpose of change of plea, if I may approach.
This is 15181.
I know I don't have to tell the court that the allegations in this case are very serious. From a review of the medical records in the case and discussing it with the investigators as well with Mr. Etheridge and the prosecutor's office, we feel that this is an appropriate disposition of the case. Ms. Clayton is the biological mother of the child, and of course there are some conditions in her plea that will have a bearing on the co-defendant's case.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm looking at a police statement and some conditions of suspended sentence or probation. Have you gone over these documents?
Yes.
Do you feel you understand what's in these documents?
Yes.
Did you sign them?
Yes.
Do you understand the charges against you and the range of penalty if you're convicted?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to battery in the first degree and permitting the abuse of a minor?
Yes.
By entering these pleas, you're giving up your right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You're also giving up your right to an appeal.
Yes.
Do you understand that? Are you entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay. Other than, there's a recommendation as to what your sentence should be. It's in the plea statement here. Other than that, have you been promised anything in order to get you to change your plea?
No.
Have you been pressured or threatened by anyone in order to get you to change your plea?
No.
And ma'am, are you pleading guilty to these crimes because you're in fact guilty?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Bradford, would you want to summarize?
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, on September 19th of 2015, and on days leading up to that date, evidence would show that the defendant, along with her husband at the time, or living together, I suppose, Stephen Simmons, both engaged in an abusive conduct toward their child, who was under the age of 4, and the abuse led to some bone fractures in the child, and that the defendant also observed the co-defendant, Mr. Simmons, engage in the same conduct and did not take reasonable steps to prevent it from occurring in the future, and it didn't occur repeatedly.
Did you do these things, Matt?
Yes.
This time I accept your plea, judge you guilty for battery in the first degree. You're sentenced to 7 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. You'll be followed by a 6-year suspended imposition of sentence. For preventing the abuse of a minor, you're sentenced to 7 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections, to be followed by a 6-year suspended imposition of sentence. Those will run concurrent. You'll receive credit for time served. You have no contact with the victim, the child, unless approved by court. You comply with the other obligations in the police statement, including giving testimony if necessary. You're ordered to pay $14,285 in pay for stay, $25 on the Crimes Against Children Act, for the Crimes Against Children Act, DNA fee of $250, $200 in cost, and a $20 booking fee. Make your payments to the Boone County Sheriff's Department at a minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 60 days after your release from incarceration. And you'll be remanded to the custody of the sheriff for transportation as soon as possible to the Department of Corrections.
Judge, I don't recall if the police statement included the number of days that she's been in jail, but if it does, then we'll make sure the sentencing reflects that as well.
Okay. Mr. Gibson, is there anything else, sir?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Hampton has returned.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Out of Newton County, State versus Jordan Hampton, 16-93.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Where do we stand in this matter?
Judge, has he been arraigned?
He is not.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're here for arraignment.
You have a lawyer?
Not yet at this point, but I will.
Okay, you going to hire a lawyer?
No, public defender.
Okay. Miss Moore, he's going to make application. Do you want him to do that right now, or what do you?
Yes, I asked him earlier.
Okay, have you? Okay. Get it.
Yeah, I can do it now. I mean,
huh?
I can do it now. I'm just.
Yeah, do it now.
I go see my PO in like 30 minutes.
Okay. Well, he'll probably wait on you. Brandon Randall, 16-251, breaking or entering, theft, unlawful transfer of stolen property to a pawn shop. Brandon Randall.
Judge, on Mr. Randall, we'd ask that the court take a look at his bond. I believe it's currently set at $10,000. Mr. Randall was incarcerated, or has been incarcerated in Missouri since September the 15th of last year. He got out of Missouri Department of Corrections on September the 5th of this year. The next day, after he was released from Missouri, he reported into the ACC here. He's living in Omaha, and they indicated to him that he sat in a warrant for his arrest here, and I believe it's this case that's holding him, and they took him into custody. And he's been in custody since, is it the 8th? September the 8th of this year. Obviously he doesn't have the means to make much of a bond since he's been incarcerated for the last year. We'd ask the court to consider a $2,500 surety. He's having some issues, or some family members are having some health issues that he's wanting to help attend to, as well as wants to get back in the employment ranks.
Is he being supervised by parole here?
Yes.
The supervision transferred to here?
Yes.
Who's your officer?
Marcus
Hagler?
Yes, sir.
$2,500. Get the bond.
Thanks, sir.
$2,500.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, while he's here,
Wait,
if we could go ahead and just let him make sure he's aware of his next court appearance. I'm showing a pretrial of December 2nd.
9:30, December 2nd. Ronald Tatro, 16-153, possession of controlled substance with purpose to deliver paraphernalia, $16,199, similar charges. First one was $16,153.
Judge, the last time we were in court, we reported to the court that there were some issues in one of the cases that we wanted to look at. We've had a chance to do that, and Mr. Bradford's had a chance to talk to some law enforcement folks, and I've seen pictures of the obstruction, and I think based on what we've determined, there's at least an agreement in principle, but we're not prepared to go forward on that today. If we can set it back, I think the 18th is.
Yes, we faxed over a written plea offer, but to have the actual plea statement ready to go, I'd like to have him come back on the 18th, and we'll have it ready.
Very well. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Okay, that's out of Newton County, 16-91, possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver, residential burglary, paraphernalia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. We are here for, apparently you've been arraigned earlier, is that right? Have you been arraigned yet?
No, sir.
Okay. Is the public defender representing him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How does he plead to the charges against him?
Not guilty, Judge.
Okay, we'll enter that plea of not guilty. And let's see, I'll be in Newton County. In 17. When do we want him to appear, Union?
Let's give him March 1st for a pretrial.
Okay, we'll have a pretrial in your case. That's your next appearance in the Newton County Courthouse on you say March?
Yes, sir.
March 1st at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything further?
Excuse me, Your Honor, may I speak?
He wants to talk about the bond, Judge. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I was going to get possibly an OR bond because mine in Newton County, I've tried to kill myself and I'm trying to go get medical help. And I have everything set up for outpatient with HRA here in Jasper. But because I'm in Newton County, I cannot get nothing done. And I was wanting to go get me some help that I need. If there's any way that I can get an OR bond to go get the help that I'm trying to seek, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, he sounds awfully lucid for somebody who wants to commit suicide. Looking at his criminal history, he's got a prior failure to appear out of Benton County, along with felony drug charges out of Newton County. Looks like a prior arrest for residential burglary in that case. And another failure to appear out of Newton County as well. With it being a home invasion, based on what he's saying from the jail and based on his criminal history, the state's not in a position to agree to a bond reduction. I think this is more likely somebody that wants to get out of jail.
I noticed we've issued a scheduling order. Okay.
I was going to mention that. His next date is actually January 11th.
Okay. We'll change your next appearance to January 11th at 10 o'clock. And I'll let you talk with your attorney, and you and he can explore what help you may need, and then can raise the bond issue again. But at this moment, I'm going to deny it, but I'll be happy to look at it again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, what?
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. October is non-GMO month. If you're not sure what that means, it's important to find out. GMO stands for genetically modified organism. Does that sound like something you want to eat? You probably are and don't even realize it. What we put in our bodies and the future of farming and food matters. So I encourage you to go to nongmoproject.org to learn more, or come to Nature's Wonders. We have groceries and supplements that are non-GMO verified, and our terrific staff would be happy to help you. Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison, next to Thompson's Ace Hardware.
I'm Randall. I work at the on-site lab at Dental Creations on the square at Harrison. Working with Dr. Wanda is great. She's taught me a lot and showed me a lot, and she gives us the freedom to get one-on-one with the patient. If there's a problem, we can actually come out of the back and do what's best for the patient. Having this on-site lab here with the doctors, that's really nice.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Okay, is Amy Baker in the courtroom? Oh, here she comes. She's here. Let me take this case up right quick and I'll come back to you. This is coming. Let's see. Is there anything to be done in this case? It's probably a plea deadline that was pushed back, but are you aware of anything, Mr. Hancock?
No, I think this is a reappearance, Judge.
Okay. Let's see.
It looks like we do have the bulk of the discovery on that.
Okay. I'm going to set you to reappear in Newton County, the courthouse there, at 10 o'clock on November 30th.
Okay.
Okay. That'll be for a plea deadline.
Okay.
Let's say it again now.
I think that would be, she's got some new dates on showing.
Okay. I apologize. What?
January 11th.
Okay.
Is there a continuance number?
Let me look. You're right. January 11th.
Okay.
Out of Newton County Circuit Court, State versus Justin Vanderpool.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Do you know his case number? You would.
Judge, if we have it, it's going to be written on the front of our action sheet.
It's 16-92.
16-92. You represent Mr. Vanderpool?
Judge, he's completed an application, if I can approach.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Present that to the court.
If I could, Your Honor, I'd like to go ahead and say that these new charges that are being brought up, me and my co-defendant have other charges, but these are all mine. I would like to go ahead and...
Wait just a second now. Have you had a chance to speak with an attorney?
No, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you, and I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty at this time because I want you to explore the case with your attorney.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
I just wanted to make clear that...
yeah, I understand, but is that a 3 or a 4? It's a 4. It's a 4. I'll have you appear before Judge Gordon Webb.
Judge, I think... Is it Mr. Vanderpool? I think it's a 3.
Is it? His unit says 4.
We need.
It drew a 4. It's got a 3 written on here, but in the system it's a 4.
Can we keep that in here? I think one of the other attorneys will need to represent Miss Anderson since she's a co-defendant and it's going to be a conflict.
Okay, so you won't keep Mr. Vanderpool here?
If it's okay with the court.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll send out a scheduling order. Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Can I ask you, sir, I was just asking, I've got a bond set here on my other thing, and it was a $50,000 bond, and I was just wondering if, it's gonna be kind of hard for me to come up with $50,000, but I've got full-time employment, and I've got 2 kids also, and I was just kind of wondering if there was any way I could get a bond reduction, sir?
That's in this case? What's the bond set in this?
It's 50,000, Judge, I think.
Well,
Is he saying that he was out on bond on another case from?
I don't know. Were you out on bond?
No, sir.
I heard him make reference to bond in another case. I didn't quite understand what he said.
Do you have another case in which you've made a bond?
No, sir. I have another case where I'm sitting in jail right now on a bond.
Oh.
And I was just wondering if you could just put it all together and maybe get me a one bond set, maybe at a certain price, maybe lower.
What are the charges in the other case?
There's numerous charges, sir.
Well, I tell you what, we'll take a look at it. I don't have the files here with me, so I can't really give you an answer right now.
Okay. So if I bond out on this, will I be able to walk free?
Well, somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
They won't go away, but
yeah, I understand that.
yeah, okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. State versus Sarah Anderson. Theft by receiving, manufacturing marijuana, drugs and firearms. Do you know the number on this one? 16-94. Has she filled out an application?
She has, Your Honor.
Okay.
Approach.
You may. Ma'am, you list your employment here, but you don't list any pay. How much do you take home a week or month or however you get paid?
It's probably about 150. I take care of my mom and dad.
I see. Per month?
It's a farm.
Okay. 150 per week or?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to write that in if it's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and you must be appearing for an arraignment. How does she plead?
Not guilty, Judge.
They will enter the pleas of not guilty. And I'll have you appear before Judge Webb on December 9th at 8:30. Anything else?
Is there any way that I can have a bond reduction?
Do you know what her bond is set
I
at?
don't have any paperwork that reflects what her.
How much?
30,000, Judge.
30.
I'm assuming she's the co-defendant Mr. Vanderpool referred to.
Don't know.
That's right.
Okay.
That is right.
Well, yeah, you said that earlier, didn't you? Does she have any priors?
Judge, her printout reflects one prior arrest in 2007 for a Y felony and C felony drug offenses, but it does not show if charges were filed or what the disposition was.
Okay. Let me look at the affidavit. $15,000. I reduced it to 15.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That's all we can do today. You may stand aside.
There's no gift like the present, and there's no present like one gift wrapped with a shiny Shelby sticker. Did you know that Harrison is home to one of the largest gift boutiques in Arkansas? That's right. For the past 39 years, Shelby's has been the 7,500 square foot home to trendy, affordable, and unique gifts. From the kitchen to the crib, we have it all. Come by the store and let the Shelby's gals personally help you find the perfect gift and wrap it up for anyone on your list. Join us November the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th for our annual holiday open house and enjoy 20% off. Shop local, shop Shelby's.
Go ahead, say it. It's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. That somebody's me. I'm Bruce Lovins, better known as Little Bruce with the Root, at your service.
That was over 20 years ago. The hat has changed, but we still provide the same great service. We not only clean chimneys, we do dryer vents, gutters, and handyman jobs.
Little Bruce on the Roof Chimney Services. Call 870-688-3389 and let Bruce come to you. That's Little Bruce on the Roof. Call 870-688-3389.
Call me.
Introducing two new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
State versus Austin Blackston, 16-277, commercial burglary, breaking or entering, theft, criminal mischief. Good morning.
Judge, I show he appeared on October 21st, entered a plea of not guilty, and was ordered to appear today for attorney status.
Okay. Has he made an application?
He has, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Thank you, sir.
And Uni, when should he appear?
There's a schedule order. I think it's pre-trial is February 17th.
February 17th at 9:30. State versus Mitchell Gibson, 16-302. Possession with purpose to deliver. Use of a communication device. Good morning. Do you have a lawyer, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, you fill out an application. I'll take a look at that. Okay, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. And how does he plead?
Not guilty, Judge. Waive reading. Request a jury trial.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty. Has he got a bond in this case?
Judge, I don't see one on the affidavit.
Mr. Gibson, they have a bond set for you over there?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Judge, he has one prior felony conviction on his printout. It's felony drugs from 2010 here in Boone County.
Judge, it looks like he lives over in Valley Springs, lived here for all of his life. He's got some kids and a father and a brother in the county.
$3,500.
Thank you, Judge.
That's all we can do today, sir.
Thank you.
Always. Yeah, let me give you, Mr. Gibson, let me give you a court date. You appear before Judge Webb on December 9th at 8:30 in the courthouse in Boone County. December 9th, okay? Thank you. 16306, State versus Billy Hunt. Possession of methamphetamine, driving on suspended license, failure to stop or yield, and driving left of center. Good morning. You have a lawyer, sir? Okay. Did you fill out an application?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, if we can find it, we'll take a look at that. Yes, sir. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. You appear for an arraignment. How does he plead?
I plead not guilty, Judge. Waive reading. Request a jury trial.
Okay. Your case is before Judge Gordon Webb. I'll have you reappear on December 9th at 8:30 a.m. in the Boone County Courthouse.
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge, it shows his bond. Is your bond set at $1,500, Mr. Hunt? Is that what they have over at the jail?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State versus Joshua Raines, 16217. Okay. What's the number for it?
2012-206 should be a first appearance on a revocation.
Well, okay. You represent, that's okay. Are you represented by the public defender? Okay. Does he enter a plea of not guilty in 12-206 revocation?
Yes, sir. What?
Okay.
May I approach you on?
Yes.
He's got a new application for that case, Judge.
Okay. Take a look at that. I have appointed the public defender. Will enter a plea of not true in 12-206. I assume that.
Yeah, it looks like it's based mostly on the charges in 2016-217.
Okay. When should we set that for hearing? I assume it's Judge Webb's.
It is, Your Honor, and I would say just December 9th would be fine.
Okay, it would have set for hearing on December 9th, 8:30. And
I've got, after this says that this is supposed to be my plea bargain, and then December 2nd and December 6th, or something like that, I'm supposed to have a pre-trial and a trial.
yeah, that's in another case. You have there's a revocation proceeding, and then the case 16217, where you're charged with possession of firearms by certain persons and drug paraphernalia.
Okay, I'm supposed to be on that one today, too.
Right. We're about to take it up here. And that's just for pre-trial if we need to have any pretrial hearings or set
Judge,
scheduling?
I've provided the defense with a copy of the crime lab report and a plea offer which would encompass both cases.
Okay. Are you aware of anything else, Mr. Hancock?
Judge, there is allegedly a waiver of Mr. Rain's rights for search through the probation office. I need a copy of that if they have that on file. And depending on if that's available and what it says, there might be I want to hold open a suppression issue.
All right.
Reserve that, and if we could set it for the 18th.
Very well. Possible suppression hearing on November 18th. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, sir. That's all we can do today. State versus Jerry Richardson, 16-271. Possession of firearms by certain persons. Possession of a defaced firearm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Judge, I show he appeared on October 21st and was to reappear today for attorney status.
Okay.
Approach, Judge.
Yes. They serve appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next appearance is a pretrial on February 17th at 9:30. Valerie Shatswell, 14-87, possession of controlled substances and paraphernalia. 16-307, battery in the second degree. Did she fill out an application, Ms. Shatswell?
Let's see, Judge.
Okay, ma'am, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Did she plead not guilty to battery in the second degree?
She'll plead not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect, Judge.
Very well.
And
Very well.
request a mental evaluation.
Be happy to do it.
Judge, I would point to the court that she was evaluated for drug court in the other case that she's on probation for. Pending, that case is pending sentencing, and they would not accept her due to several mental health issues in drug court. So I think I would like the order to encompass that case as well.
Very well. That being 14-87, we'll, let's see, I guess if there's not already, I guess there's been a plea of, yes, there's been a plea of not true. You know, if you'll just present me with the orders.
Actually, in the Brevo, Judge, we've already pled guilty
that's
true
right.
to that. But
yeah.
It was set for sentencing, actually.
as far as the sentencing goes, though, we'd like to have that issue before the court also as to the sentencing part of it.
I recall now. All right. That's all we can do today, ma'am. Thank you.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your